Good morning. So, it is so beautiful outside, and I have a full day. We'll see what happens. I have a plan, right? That's what I do in the morning, is I get up in my head, go potty, come back and cuddle with my dog, and then I say my morning prayer, and then I gently plan my day. How I'm gonna get up and take the dogs for a run, fix a cup of coffee. I even visualize that. Or not. Some days I'll skip it if I've been agitated for a day or two. I'll skip the caffeine sometimes. And then I know, Frankie, isn't that right? And then I'll visualize going outside, coming back in, brushing my teeth, washing my face, and etc., etc. I'll just kind of go through it fast forward, really fast. And then I'm going to have a lovely day at work, and then what I'm going to do after work if there's any plans. But I set the pace and mood for the day of gratitude and direction. Gratitude and direction. So, with that being said, I mentioned, I think, in a previous video that I've had whiplash this last week. It's causing some tension and a lot of stiffness waking up in the mornings. So, and I'm still using that intentional lower voice to kind of keep the stress level down. Have you noticed any difference? Keeping the voice down, keeping this gentle? That it's less stressful. I mean, you're going to feel the vibration here, but it's still less stress than in here when you're using that higher pitch voice. You can almost feel it when I get in higher pitch. You can just feel it coming from the sinuses. So I'm hoping that's working for you. I hope you're giving it a chance. Even if you have a deep voice, even if your voice isn't noticeably adjusted, it's okay to have a deep voice. It's okay to have a calm voice. I mean, a time and place for everything, of course. So, with that being said, because of my neck, I haven't been as active as I can be. I need makeup that's going to last all day today because I have a long day. So I'm going to, I put a light coating of coconut oil on, and I'm going to use my Rimmel. Just because I have extra. I'm extra. Okay, so when I am not able to be as active as I want to be, sometimes my brain starts keeping score. Meaning, the voices in my head, you know, we all have voices. We have almost a committee in our brains. And a lot of people don't admit this, and a lot of people make fun of it or they're scared of it, the voices in our heads, right? And there used to be a joke when I was a kid. Just because you have voices in your head doesn't mean you're crazy. It's when you start answering them. I thought that was funny. But the deal is, well, we have what's called a narrator. I call it a narrator, where when we're doing something, like the voice inside our head says, okay, now I'm going to pick up this cup. It'll say, I picked up the cup. I did well picking up the cup because I didn't spill it. Some people really have a strong narrator. Some people don't have such a strong narrator. People coming from trauma usually have a stronger narrator because they're always keeping score on what they've done okay, what they haven't done well, how they could do it differently next time. Does that make sense? And then there's another voice that sounds more like your judger, whether it was your parent or sibling or abuser. See, I'm not putting on a heavy layer of it because it's summer and I'm going to be sweaty maybe because I have some errands to run after work. So I want to put just enough on to cover the darkest spots, but not enough on that it's going to affect how I look if I have to itch my face. Okay, so I'm going to put on some powder. When I use loose powder, it just seems like there's a lot of waste when I have it in a jar, because when I dab my brush, powder goes everywhere. So thank goodness I have it in that drawer. It's a deep drawer. So anyway, back to the voices. The problem with having these voices is they can be very stressful because nobody wants to be judged and critiqued every single minute. And some of us have people in our life who do that already, right? So now it's a teaming up on us kind of thing. Then there's a voice that, where some people call it like the parent, child, adult. So we have this adult that is like, okay, I want to be free from this ridiculousness. I don't want to be judged all the time. Then there's the child saying, please tell me what to do. Am I doing this right? And then there's a voice that is like, you're doing this wrong. Or, okay, finally you did something right. Blah, 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 blah. So now getting to know the voices in your head is really important, especially when it's causing stress. And having something in the background going all the time is kind of like having your stove on low all the time. That means it's quicker to get to the boiling point, much quicker to get to the boiling point. Does that make sense? So if I'm already stressed, I keep wincing because my neck keeps spasming. I'm gonna have to do some more stretches gently. We'll see how that works. Anyway, the thing is to be able to build the muscles with stop thought. So the last few days, I've had to work a little more diligently with my stop thought practice because this whiplash has kept me from feeling like doing a few things. And normally I'll push myself to get those things done so I can feel good about myself. Checking with my adult parent and not give in to the child. But on the other hand, there are times when it's okay to be adult and have a perhaps look like a childish behavior compared to those voices, the parent adult having this conversation about how the child's not living up to their expectations. Then there's this argument like, wait a minute, I'm making an adult decision. I don't feel like doing anything. I need to rest. I overdid it 2 days after I got it. Then I overdid it again 2 days after that, thinking I was okay. And whiplash doesn't work like that. So, having all these voices going on, it comes down to, all right, who am I going to listen to? Well, I can tell you one easy way to fix the deal is to not listen to any of them and just keep saying, shh, shh, enough, 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 right? Because sometimes I need to recognize when this committee is having meetings without my permission. Yep. And I know some of you can relate. It's like this ongoing voice saying you're not living up to someone's expectations. So I didn't do any laundry this weekend and only cooked small meals. And even when I was doing those things, I heard this voice in my head is like, this is the best you can do. And that's when I realized, you know, my friend Dorothy, it's none of anybody's business how much work I do or don't do. I'm the boss of me. I'm a grown adult. And if I want to throw all my clothes away and buy new ones, I can do that. How about them apples? Right? So I can do that with sarcasm or sense of humor or with love, however it is. But I am not going to listen for long to those voices that are ridiculing me. So, so many years that I gave in and listened. So many years I acted out at those voices, trying to shut them up by poor behavior. Because it was so painful to constantly be beat up. And then to realize it was coming from me. Oh, the ridiculousness of it all. Excuse me. So yeah, that's been sort of my struggle the last few days. Stop thought really helps. This is, I don't want a bunch of shine on my face. So I got an even darker Fit Me. It's $3.50. Did I already tell you that? So I put my all over powder on, but then I'm putting this around the edges. And I have this for the lighter spots if I choose to do that. But I love my loose powder. It's that Cody. It always works so good. It's so dependable and so affordable. Okay, so here we are. We don't always have to feel good. We don't always have to be on perfect behavior. But what we do have to do is stop giving in, which is basically giving permission for our own self to beat ourselves up. It's a real shame, real sad, that when we're living with someone who already is always ready to put us down, always ready to make a point that we're not as smart as we think we are, or always debating and arguing simple facts that are don't need to be argued. Just devil's advocate for no reason except to try to make you doubt yourself, or even try to prove you wrong when they know that they're wrong. They just don't want you to win. Competitiveness, jealousy, whatever. It can be exhausting. I see you. I hear you. Been there, done that. So I can tell you that if you're compounding that pressure, stop. I had a client who over and over and over again, they're telling me how they're beating themselves up. And I sent them a video that I found on YouTube of, oh, what's his name? Hartman. Oh, anyway, he had a show where he was a psychologist and he and his wife had a bed and breakfast. It was years ago. And there were several seasons of it. It was a cute show. I used to watch it when I was young. Can't remember the name of it. If any of you remember the name of it, put it in the comments, please. It was cute. Anyway, someone came in and was complaining. And she says, how do I stop doing this? How do I stop doing that? And he goes, stop it. Stop it. It's not that complicated. Just stop. Stop thought. One of the easiest and hardest, simplest and hardest things to do in the beginning. Once you get the hang of it, it's a lot easier. But you got to practice, so you're not going to get good at it. That's just the truth. You're not going to get good at many things unless you're just natural at it. And if you're natural at it, then I'm just taking up your time. Because this is, honestly, I'm talking about things that are hard for some of us that have had trauma. When I first started Stop Thought, oh my God, part of my brain said, this is ridiculous. How stupid. Why would I let go of those thoughts of how someone's harmed me? Why would I let go of the memories that scared me and hurt me? And how dare you tell me not to drink at my sorrow and my grief and the fact that I didn't have this and I didn't have that. Oh man, that busy brain. Busy. I really struggled with seeing any value at that time in releasing self-pity. I just did not see the value in it. I really do only put a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes, just the ones that are the palest, and it's on the ends, because I don't want it, my skin's so light complected, I don't want to look like Betty Boop. Wish I looked like Betty Boop. Anyway, oopsie, breaking furniture. So I just thought I would share that with you this morning, that you don't have to beat yourself up. I gotta go do something with my hair. Ugh, but I have a headache. So, pay attention today. Pay attention. Are you, Frankie, stop. Frankie, hey. What you doing? Finishing up his treat, and now he's licking the rug. Oh my God. You're such a boy. So, Stop Thought can look like this. Like you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, or repeating a memory that you already know. You've already thought it 30 times already today, or you think about it at least 5 times a day and it's happened 30 years ago, or what have you. And then catch yourself. Think about what you're thinking about. Try to make that the first practice today. Go through your day gently. And I have to keep doing this because I'm in pain. I'm very uncomfortable, and then sometimes in pain. So I have to think about what I'm thinking about throughout the day. Please join me. Try it. It's a wonderful practice, and it is so important for mental health. think about what you're thinking about. You think about what other people say to you. You think about what you're hearing from other people. Think about what you're hearing from you. Okay? Really practice that. Practice it all day today and see if you can't do it also tomorrow. And then also, when you can, stop thought. If you're alone, you can clap your hands. If you're around other people, you can just simply say in your head, stop thought. Or some other little mantra that you'll click your fingers, something. For me, I have to get kind of, if I'm around other people, I have to, like, inside my head go, something like that. Really, it works. You got it. Matter of fact, here's how stunning it is that when we can change our focus, yes, you can change your focus, get out of that. It's like this. So you're walking along and all of a sudden somebody does something really different, like this. And you think, why are they doing that? Dang, that was weird. See, you just changed your whole neural pathway into a whole different slot. Bear with me. I know that was crazy. I know that was obnoxious. But did you see how you went from potentially thinking about your stuff, your usual stuff, your little box that has the usual stuff in it, and you just kind of keep pulling things out because that's how trauma works. It puts you down one neural pathway or another. But when we start to create a new neural pathway that's clean, even if it's a little silly, it's a clean one. And all of a sudden, your brain chemicals that flush into your body change how you feel. Even if it's like, what? That's a clean, innocent thought. What? It's much better than the trauma being relived and relived and relived. So, kind of exciting. So the last couple of days I've been thinking, oh God, this hurts. Oh God, this hurts. What is wrong with me? That was, it was an innocent accident. And I'm trying to rationalize it like, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, wait a minute, just stop thought. Just stop. Just stop. Stop thought. Change thought. So this was a way to stop the thought and change the thought instantaneously. But you can also do it in your head without making a scene in front of anybody and go, however you do it in your head, you got to get creative. Stop thought, flowers. Stop thought, I'm going to put my glasses on. Stop thought, I'm going to feel the temperature of this cup. Anything to involve your mind into something else. Stop thought and then play with your ring or your necklace. Stop thought, breathe and relax. Little tapping. You can find some good stuff on tapping on YouTube. I mean, talk about free therapy. There's so much good stuff on the internet. Don't be afraid to look around. If we talk about something or I mention something that you're curious about, YouTube it. It's like Googling it. But I like YouTube because you get to enjoy the personality of the person who's talking as well. There's so much good stuff out there. So if you have any questions, any experiences you want to share, or a YouTube channel that you like, please share it below. Please share it because we can all benefit together, work on it together. Bill Yates is one of the biggest names in tapping as far as I'm concerned. The man has given so much free material on the internet. He's just so generous. But there are some women out there and some other, more new agey men out there too. I'm just not a real new agey person as some people. We used to call them fluffy, where they have this sweet voice and they kind of do this and they're always doing, that's kind of cool in this place. But I'm just too blunt and direct for that. Oof, my shoulders were starting to get tense and forward, intense. See, catch yourself. I'm just showing you an example, and in real time. But when you're on a mission to grow as a person with your mental health, it takes work. It is not for the weak. But as you build new neural pathways, you're making your whole body healthier, not just your brain. Your whole body listens to you. The cells in your body listen to you, especially because you're the one feeding them. Not just nutrition, but our brain produces chemicals, hormones, with every little thought we have. It's like playing music at all times, only it's chemicals coming through the body that either produces harmony or negativity or confusion. Or check your feelings wheel. Did you ever print out one of those feelings wheels I told you about a while back? Everyone on this journey, especially in the beginning, needs to have a feelings wheel, so that sometimes when you get out of those negative feelings, you can look at your genuine feelings, meaning in real time, about how you feel about your progress, how you feel about something real going on in your life, so you can kind of analyze it. Oh, this has been great. I have recentered myself. I have recognized the tension, physical, real tension that I have caused by an injury, and how I can minimize it, lower it, simply because of how I am thinking, right? 70 sunblock, because I will be going outside later, running errands, and my arms have all these liver spots. So I just keep it on my makeup table. I can say this is probably one of the freshest, lightest, barely floral sunblock I've ever had. The smell is not bad at all. I like it. So that's this. It was only $9 for 70 block, and it is creamy. Neutrogena has moisturizer going on. I've used Neutrogena off and on, in between grapeseed oil and olive oil, for years, but I'm out of chat. Wow, that doesn't happen often. I had to get some paperwork done, and then I'll start seeing clients, and then I'll go run errands. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Mwah! Sending love and light. Bye for now.